Hi folks, my name's Gary Nesty. I'm an optometrist and owner of Solar Bat Sunglasses. Out here on the lake today, trying to catch a fish or two, and wanted to talk to you a little bit about Solar Bat Sunglasses. You can't beat Solar Bat Sunglasses for a long day on the lake. We build sunglasses to stay in place on your face all day long, no matter what the weather, no matter how extreme the temperatures, how much you perspire, how much humidity there is in the air. We build them lightweight. This pair of glasses right here, the South Beach, weighs less than 1 ounce. So it's comfortable all day long. It'll stay put on your face all day long. I happen to be wearing today the Blast. I require prescription. I require bifocal prescription. The Blast is a great frame. Bifocals work really well in it. You see good, you see comfortably all day long. I want to talk to you about a couple things that we do different than any other sunglass companies. Number one, we build our frames with ventilation. For example, as I mentioned, it's high humidity. You can probably see me perspiring close to 100 degrees today. I'm looking at the camera right here. Got a good wrap on this frame. My lenses are not fogging whatsoever. That's because we design the lenses to breathe. Fishermen need lenses that will breathe and not fog up and steam up. Because let's face it, we're out there in the weather, no matter how extreme the weather is. The other thing we do is we make some tints that no one else makes. As I mentioned, I'm an optometrist, and I have over the years, through my studies, acquired a lot of knowledge about selective filtration and how I can use a tint in a lens to make colors more visible to the wearer. A bass fisherman needs to see weeds, which are green. A bass fisherman needs to see bass, which have a lot of green in them. Smallmouth are more predominantly brown, but largemouth and spotted bass have more green. And so I developed the mossback green tint. We're the only people that have this tint, and it will actually make you see green better. It will heighten the contrast between green and tans and browns. Guido Hibden helped me develop this tint many years ago. It's our most popular tint for fishing. It will, as I mentioned, not only allow you to see green better, but it will bleach out brown. So when you're in muddy water will actually look about 20 to 25% less muddy with a mossback green lens on, because it will bleach out the brown. If you make the muddy water look less muddy, you're going to see stumps, you're going to see weed lines, you're going to see weed points, you're going to see all those structure items better with a mossback green than any other tint. A brown tint will actually highlight brown, so a brown tint or an amber tint will make muddy water look muddier. Green is our primary tint for fishing, and we feel like the best tint ever marketed for the fishermen. Now, we had an idea a couple years ago. We had developed a lens called a high contrast yellow, and we had an idea a couple years ago that when you move into the shadows, you need the high contrast yellow. When you're out in the bright sun, you need the mossback green. So we developed our amber gradient and our mossback gradient. And these tints have the darker tint, either the amber or the mossback at the top, and they gradually fade to high contrast yellow at the bottom. So when you have this pair of glasses on, this happens to be the amber gradient. When I'm looking straight ahead, I have the darker amber tint. If I move back into the shadows, I can lift my head and look down just a little bit, and I hit the high contrast yellow and everything brightens up. Same is true with the mossback gradient. Got mossback when I'm looking straight ahead, I lift my head and look through the bottom, I hit the high contrast yellow, everything brightens up. This keeps you from having to switch your glasses when you go in and out of the sun. And how many times have you been on the water and you move back into the shade of a cove and you think, I need to put a brighter tint on, or I need to take my glasses off? You take your glasses off, you lose your polarization. This way, you've got a darker tint and a lighter tint in the same pair of glasses. You don't have to trade out glasses, and you've always got polarization when you move back into those shadows. revolutionary tent for the fishing market. I was awarded a U.S. patent on this tent in September of 2010. It's available in amber gradient and the mossback gradient. Now, about a year or two ago, we started experimenting with what we call our inverted gradient. And we had some fishermen say, well, you know, that's a great idea, but if I'm a dock fisherman, or if I'm flipping and pitching underneath overhanging trees, I need to be able to look under those trees and under that boat dock and have brighter vision. So we did the inverted gradient. We experimented with it for about a year, got the ratio of dark to light just exactly right, so that when you're looking straight ahead, you got the darker tint. When you move back in a cove or you're dock fishing and you want to look under something and brighten everything up, you tilt your head down and you hit the high contrast yellow and everything brightens up. So we got all the bases covered. For the sight fisherman who's moving back into the shadows and wants to look down at the beds and brighten them up, we got the gradient. For the dock fisherman, the flipper, the pitcher, we got the inverted gradient so that you can tip your head down, look under things and brighten everything up. Folks, the truth is, it's not a real chore to acquire frames and get some gray lenses or brown lenses or lenses with mirrored coatings and make a pair of sunglasses and say they're for fishing. That's not what we specialize in. What we specialize in is using my knowledge of the human eye, of optics, of selective filtration, of frame ergonomics, combining all of this to make a pair of sunglasses that absolutely is the best pair of sunglasses money can buy for the fisherman on the water. We hope when you make your next purchase you consider Solar Bat. If you buy a pair of Solar Bats, I will guarantee you that you'll be a Solar Bat wearer for life. Thanks for your time.